A daydreamer escapes his anonymous life by disappearing into a world of fantasies filled with heroism, romance, and action. When his job along with that of his coworker are threatened, he takes action in the real world by embarking on a global journey that turns into an advantage more extraordinary than anything he could ever imagine. This is my review of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. When I first heard about The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, I first heard that it was going to be directed by Ben Stiller, and the only other movie I saw that Ben Stiller has directed is Tropic Thunder, which I think was his directorial debut, I think. I don't know if that's right or wrong. Comment down below. But that's the only other movie I've seen Ben Stiller direct, and I thought that movie was okay. So I didn't know what to think of the movie since I hadn't seen the trailer yet, since it didn't come out yet during that time. But when the trailer came out, I thought to myself, man, this may be a good movie, actually. But when it came out, I didn't have time to see it since I was doing other stuff at the time, and I heard some bad reviews about it, so I was like, maybe I'll hold off on that movie until, like, January. So I saw The Secret Life of Walter Mitty a week ago with my dad, and I gotta tell you guys that the movie is a good movie. It's a not a good movie. It's a great movie. I thought. The good points. The thing I liked the most about this movie was the story. Not the writing, but the story. Like the story arc of like what happens throughout the entire movie. Because it's a really interesting story that takes some turns that I don't expect at points, and it's a story that I think almost everyone can relate to at like certain moments during the movie. The next good thing I have to say about the movie is the directing from Ben Stiller. His directing in Tropic Thunder I thought was alright, but in Secret Life of Walter Mitty I could see that he put a lot of effort into it, and when the movie was being made I heard a lot of reports that this was a passion project of his. And you could, I guess you can say, really see that, like, in the movie. Like, he took this movie with a lot of care, and he put out a great movie that he directed. I thought that the cinematography was good at certain moments of the movie, because there were some camera shots that were really interesting and provocative, I guess you can say, because it's like, when it comes up on screen, like, it has your, like, full attention because, like, oh, what's that? Or you think to yourself, whoa, that's a cool shot. I thought that the comedy was a real good mix in this movie. I guess, I don't know if I should say it's comedy. I mean, some moments it's like, yeah, it's comedy, but other moments it's like comic relief. Because the movie is sort of like 70% drama and 30% comedy. I mean, that's the thing that surprised me about this movie. Was because I thought, like before I saw the trailer, I thought this was going to be a comedy or something, but when I saw the trailer, it had like more of a dramatic approach or something to it, so I was like, oh, that's interesting. And when I saw the movie, like after I saw it, I thought to myself, it was more of a drama, but it did have its elements of comedy, which were good. I thought that the soundtrack for the movie was good. Not the score of the movie, but the songs that were used from different bands, from different genres of music for this movie. And yeah, after I saw the movie and when I came back home, I went on my computer and checked out the soundtrack, and I was listening to it for a while. The final good thing I have to say is the visual effects. The visual effects weren't great, but they weren't bad. They were just good. They were par. There was a lot of award buzz about the visual effects of this movie, and when I was looking at the trailer I was like, well, yeah, I see some visual effects moments, but I don't think it's that good. But when I saw the movie and when I saw like all the visual effects, I thought that some were there were just a couple that were really good, but overall it was just good. It was just general. The bad points. One bad point I could come up with this movie is that there were some scenes that I felt like were slow or were a little bit paced off, or that I just felt didn't work with me for some odd reason. And I think it's with some certain elements of the movie, like maybe with the writing or maybe with the directing at some points. But overall, I thought that Ben Stiller's directing was good, but at certain moments, I thought it could have been a little bit better. And same with the writing. I thought that the writing was all right, but at some moments, I thought it could have been better. And acting as well. I thought that the acting overall was good, but at the same time, I thought there were some moments where I thought to myself, maybe they should have acted that a different way or something, or maybe the acting in that scene could have been a little bit better. So I saw this movie with my dad, and he gives it a 3.25 out of 4 stars. And I as well give it a 3.25 out of 4 stars. I think it's a movie you should see when it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray. If you want to see it right now, if it's still in your theater, then go ahead and see it. But I think it's a movie that you should see at matinee price. I think you'll have a good time with the movie, and yeah, it's a great movie. So other than that, guys, I'm not going to be spoiling anything. So that's it.